the first country today, and yeah, we're on Papua New Guinea first of all, and yeah, here we go. Yeah, starting off with history and all that. So if I look like a bit of a mess with my hair and all, it's like I've been out in some rain. Yeah. Starting off with the history as usual. Papua New Guinea was originally known as Papua, and they were given by the Portuguese explorer, Jorge de Menezes, which means tightly curled hair, characteristic of most of the inhabitants. As the name New Guinea was given by the Spaniard Ingo Ortiz de Petez, sorry for botched that name, in 1545, and became a striking similarity between the appearance between the inhabitants of African Guinea coast and those on the island. And in 1870, Russian anthropologist Nikolai wrote a treatise on the life of the inhabitants after he made an expedition to the island and lived with some of the native tribes for like a couple of years. As the southern half of Eastern New Guinea, annexed by the colony of Queensland in 1885, before the British New Guinea, a British protectorate, was proclaimed. Yes, I can just get this right. As the British protectorate was claimed over the southern coast and nearby islands, as this led to the annexation of protectorate in 1902, with the Commonwealth of Australia exercising authority over it, as the Australian administration was going on the heels with the passage of Papua Act in 1905, and upon the invasion of Japan during the Pacific War in World War II in 1901, the country's civil administration was suspended, but was restored upon Japan's surrender to the United States on September 16th, 1945. In 1945, a year later, Papua New Guinea were combining an administrative union, which was confirmed by the Papua New Guinea Act, and to the territory of Papua New Guinea. And after the election of 1972, the ministry was formed under the chief ministry before the country was turned into a self-governing in 1973, and finally gained its independence on the 16th of September 1975. And from 1977, when the national election was held, the leadership changed hands continuously through votes of confidence, culminating in a 9-year rebellion by secessionist rebels that claimed the lives of 25,000 people from both sides, and the rebellion ended in 1998. And in 2001, a peace agreement was signed between the government and the former rebels with a United Nations Observer Mission, a regional peace monitoring force, tasked to monitor the government and professional leadership all over the country. And that was the history, and moving on to language. The official languages of Papua New Guinea are Tog Pisin, English, and Hiri Motu. However, the nation is considered the most linguistically diverse country in the world, having about 8,820 languages all over the country. Tog Pisin is an English-based Creole, and is the most widely spoken serving the country's lingua franca, but most frequently used in parliament and in commerce. Tog Pisin is used in the Western, Gulf Central Oyo Province and the Milne Bay provinces, and English is spoken by maybe about 1-2% of the population. but is used in business and as a language of instruction in many schools after the elementary level. And Motu is a simplified version of Motu, and all possessive some features of Pidgin and Creole languages, and its two dialects, Austronesian and Papuan, are both Austronesian in grammar and vocabulary. And the longest established language in the country are the Papuan languages, which are neither Austronesian nor Australian, but are also spoken in the areas outside the country such as Indonesia, East Timor, and the Solomon Islands. And among the various languages of the country, Suki is spoken by about 3,500 people in the island, particularly along the Fly River, in the country's southwest side, and in the villages of the western province, Goaku, Ewe, Giribaku, Duri, and Isala. And the language of instruction in the basic education of the vernacular, that is from preparatory to grades 1 and 2, are among children 6 to 8, and a combination of the vernacular and English from grades 3 to 5, which is 9 to 11, and from grades 6 to 8, which are children from 12 to 14. And English is although a vernacular language and is still encouraged in the classroom. And the teachers in the preparatory level on grades 1 and 2 are required to be graduates of grade 10 and have knowledge about the local language and community culture for them to be effective in that teaching role. And yeah, moving on to legends, is going to be talking about the Battle Mary, which is kind of like a shapeshifter, which is an urban legend, and urban legends involving like cryptids, elusive demons, and shape changes are common throughout the world, as people believe that the shape changes are entities exist in both spirit world and in the physical world, and their true form is in the spirit realm. And they can easily change their forms in the physical world that we inhabit. As in Papua New Guinea, the urban legend of the shape change known as the Bottle Mary, as the Bottle Mary is neither a spirit woman or a water nymph, Maasai, or a composite of both, and she is a shape changer that takes the form of a beautiful woman, and that a would-be victim could have sexual sex with, and this is done with the intention of maiming or killing the man after that said sex act. As the legend of the Bottle Mary was popular among the boys and young men at the time when some were growing up. As people were familiar with the urban legend can identify locations in the areas that are said to be frequented by the Bottle Mary, and people who believe in the legend can relate that the Bottle Mary will usually attack an unsuspecting male by seducing him and engaging in sex, and then injuring or killing him by mutilating his penis, and when the two are having the sex. So yeah, not the way you really want to go. And according to the legend, the vagina of the Bottle Mary is said to enclose a sharp-toothed implement similar to a jagged glass or from a broken bottle that will sever the penis, causing heavy bleeding and eventual death of the victim if help is not sought quickly. And she usually lures or attacks her victims in a secluded location. And her favourite spots that can be forested areas or the bush near a stream, where people take shortcuts instead of following the main track. And the victims are always alone, unsuspecting male travellers on foot. And when she is active, she will either follow the man, or the man will chance upon her when taking the shortcut and then where she will then flirt and seduce them. And the legend warns men not to be tricked, and when they come across a woman who flirts with them, as for sex, the men should not fall for her charms. And they are also warned that the shape changer can also take the form of a man's wife or girlfriend, it's making it just a little harder, as the deception by the Bartolomei can be exposed if instead of casually walking or jumping over a stick or log, lying on the track and she walks around it. And the legend explains that if she walks over and jumps over a stick or log lying on the ground in a path, the sharp implement in the vagina will cut her from the inside and she will die. And the legend also advises men that if they chance upon a woman that they are suspicious of, they should put a branch or stick on the ground and ask the woman to walk over it. And they can also secretly place a stick in her way and observe what happens, and if she refuses or walks around the stick, she is more than likely a Bartolomei, and then you'd better start running and all. And then there's even tales of the Bartolomei chasing men who saw through a deception and escaped. In her anger of being rejected, she hurled profanities at the men and told them how lucky they were to escape unscathed from her clutches and all. And the Bartolomei when caught, will change shape back to her original spirit form. Sometimes she'll be described as a middle-aged or old woman in rags with a long fingered nails, and hair covering her face. As the occasional tales from close encounters with the Bartolomei, or schoolyard tales that place around the imagination and brought fear to some, as a codfish to the minds of young boys and men. And yeah. And let me know in the comments below whether you think shapeshifters and all believe in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you all very soon for the next country, and yeah.